Hey guys, my name is CykaHotFire, and today I'm going to be talking about how Furia players managed to abuse the P90, specifically in today's match against EG on Inferno, and whether or not they're just doing it to be toxic and tilt EG, or if the gun actually has some use and is viable in pro play, or just matchmaking in general. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, but for now, let's get right into it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Art's rush up mid. Note that the entirety of Furia has really good money. They could buy AKs, ops, well you shouldn't buy an op if you're rushing, but you get the point. They have a lot of money. He's not just buying this gun because he's broke. You can also note that the score is 12-2, so you might just think he's trolling, but as we'll see later in the video, Furia had been using P90s throughout the entire game. So what's the point of buying a P90 here? Well, since Art is the entry, his job is to make space for the team. Running up mid as fast as possible, jumping around corners and pre-spamming smokes in common angles, and although he doesn't get the entry, notice at 140, 15 seconds into the round, Furia has taken complete arch control. After that, they pretty much just sit there for a while and force EG into overcommitting the angles as they don't want their A players to get surrounded and die. Once again, even though Art isn't getting an entry kill, he's making so much space for his team so early into the round, just getting so much map control, and it just makes it so hard for EG to do anything about it. The reason the P90 is so powerful here is because you're just able to hold W, jump around corners, pre-fire, and spam. And even though it may not be able to do a lot of damage or actually even get you the entry kill, it's gonna be able to pressure CTs off angles. As you could see, the Opper had to fall back to Arch, got smoked off, got naded. Art was jumping around the corner, he gets light shot, but he just pushes the CTs back and makes it impossible to hold a sight. During the 4th round in the game, we could see the same thing happening at Banana. Once again, keep in mind the money on Furia. They're not just having a desperate buy. This is well thought out, and although the gunfight at top Banana is a bit messy from both sides, and Henny actually ends up getting the entry instead of Art, Art's P90 is once again going to force an EG player off the angle, this time being Ethan. Keep in mind that a lot of these rounds, some CTs aren't going to have head armor, as they expect they're just going to be going up against AKs, which could make the P90 even stronger, getting aim punch on the CT, which discourages them from getting multiple kills and might honestly just cause them to start playing more passive in general. As an entry, if you're just running up Banana with a P90, jumping around corners, you aren't an easy target to kill. And as I've said already, you just have to make space for your team as an entry, and even if somebody like Art jumps around a corner and dies with a P90, you aren't going to get insta-kill jumping around a corner like that. So it can allow for easier trades for your teammates so they could take the site easier if you want to punish the CTs for trying to take Banana control. So now I'm going to be going over to Furia's CT side, because trust me, they did not stop using the P90 just after T side. Over towards the B site, after taking Banana control early in the round, Henny posts up towards bottom Banana with his Opper Art towards top Banana and Car. There's unfortunately some really bad timing as Art goes to get a better angle at Car right when EG decides to walk up, but Henny still ends up getting 2, and a dink in this situation. Ideally, Art would get 1 T there as they're walking up and Henny would still be able to get 2, or even if he got 1 and Art fell back, that would definitely be a favorable situation towards the CTs, so it's a really good bait setup. Keep in mind that the P90 is a weapon with 50 bullets, a fire rate that matches the MP9, and the highest armor penetration of all SMGs, and a 26 base damage. Against armored opponents, that would be about 18 damage per shot, obviously not even including a dink, which could help you kill somebody a lot quicker. So the P90 definitely has a lot going for it. It's not like it's a weapon that's an absolute pile of garbage. But some people may argue that why wouldn't you just buy a FAMAS over it? The FAMAS is a rifle, does more damage, and has similar armor penetration, and obviously less damage fall off, so you could play a bit more range with it. I do completely agree that the FAMAS is definitely a viable CT weapon if you're on a low buy and want to prioritize nades over an M4, but I believe it's completely situational. Like, you probably aren't going to be playing AI Mirage with the P90. If a mid-A split comes up and the T's come up con and you're just sitting under Palace or playing retake from CT or something, you're not in a good spot to help your team, as opposed to if you had a FAMAS, you could actually take some long range fights. The P90 wouldn't really be that viable there. Whether you want to use the P90 or FAMAS is completely up to how you want to position yourself in the round. As most people that watch CS know, Art is an extremely aggressive player. The P90 can fit him really well in certain rounds, like the Arch Rush that we talked about earlier on T side. But if Furia want to run a slower play, then maybe he'll decide to buy a Galil or something else instead. Just know that the weapon choice is completely situational and you shouldn't be completely neglecting one weapon just because you don't see a pro use it. Understand why they're using it and what play they're making off it. So overall, the P90 definitely has its situations where it can shine. And I mean, I guess if pros can use it and seemingly find quite a bit of success, maybe you could use it in your matchmaking games, win some rounds, tilt some enemies, and get some entries as well. But besides that, I think that does wrap it up for this video, so if you're officially a part of the P90 gang, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new and want to see more videos like this one. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.